Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Sonic the Hedgehog here, and I'm back for some more yet again for the likes of the Maxi Toys videos.
Huh? What the? How can this be? Who are you?
Listen up, Shadow Androids. The Eggman fleet is strong, but those black creatures are a formidable adversary. I must return to the base to devise a new plan.
Shadow? Android? Am I an android too?
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my Let's Play of Shadow the Hedgehog for the Nintendo GameCube, PlayStation 2, and of course Xbox. So, last time we actually did manage to completely done with the final Stage 4 levels, which appears to be at Death Ruins, and we did manage to kick out the likes out of the forms of or in this case, we did manage to beat the likes out of the Black Bull for the second time, but except the fact that it's way too easy compared to the forms of last time since Lethal Highway. So, yeah, today for this episode is the fact that we're about to be getting things started with the, of course... Oh, that was a really bad start. Whoops. Anyways though, so yeah, for this episode is the fact that we're about to be approaching onto the first stage of the Stage 5 levels in this game. It appears to be we're going on to Iron Jungle, which... You know, it's made by Dr. Eggman, of course, so even then note that, as you can tell, that E123 Omega makes a return ever since in Sonic Heroes, and, you know, it makes it a little bit more of a, somewhat of a similar plot as the ones of how it does it back in Sonic Heroes or something like that. Well, the only major difference is the darker tone or anything like that, as well as some curse words from time to time. By the way, if you manage to able to perform some speedrun tactics like I do right there, I usually manage to able to carefully do my jump dash so that I can able to hang on to that little thingy right there, so that I could able to actually make myself a little bit more faster with this level. So yeah, it's been quite a while since actually coming back into this game after what I finally managed to able to completely done with the actual Let's Play of Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed recently yesterday. Or in this case from the other days ago, but either way though, that's as far as we can able to consider that. So, anyways though, so, you know, there's not much else to really talk about this at this point. It's the fact that, well, usually that we're almost nearly towards the end of Shadow the Hedgehog Let's Play already. So naturally that we actually onto, you know, the Stage 5 levels and stuff like that, so... Yeah, I cannot believe how the fact that the actual Let's Play is almost going to be finished until by then. And at the same time, we only got about, you know, somewhat about 2 months to go until this year's E3. So even though I'm expecting some of these exciting moments and some surprising ones, and oftentimes there might be some disappointing ones, which either way, that we'll mention more on that until whenever we get to the next Sonic title after this by the forms of Sonic Lost World on the Wii U redo Let's Play. So, but not the 3DS redo Let's Play, because that version sucks. But anyways though. So, yeah, for Iron Jungle, that is not that much of a big much to discuss, other than the fact that there were a few times though that the light speed dash segments there time to time, as well as there's quite a lot of platforming in this level though, which, truth be told, because of how the fact that, well, whenever we get to the Hero and Dark missions, that we might as well able to mention more on those after we actually deal with, once again, the neutral mission first. So, yeah, there's going to be some free segments like this, for instance, but even then though, you can able to actually make this, the first 2 sections a lot faster, but except the third and final one, because you have to deal with the actual gun robot, which potentially, that, I think this might actually give us a hint whenever we get to the Dark mission. So even then though, you know, just like last time, that the neutral mission, all you have to do is basically you have to get to the Gore Wing. So, in this case, Dr. Eggman's base.
Now, Doctor, you will tell me everything.
Alright, so let's move on to the Dark mission, as I said before, but even then though, I'm pursuing Dr. Eggman's working for us.
Shadow, I need to get back to my base and restore order. Help me get away from these pesky gun soldiers who are on my tail.
I need to hurry to the doctor's base.
Destroy Eggman's airship.
Fend off those gun pursuers.
So yes, the dark mission, as far as you can clearly tell, is the fact that we are once again master able to try to take down all these gun robots, just like the ones in how it does it back in Circus Park, but the only difference is that it takes place in a somewhat of a wild, or in this case, the actual jungle environment. So, and even then though, that, yeah, that's as far as I can usually try to say about this here. So, and I believe there are about 28 of them in total, so even then though, but again, you really can't afford to miss one of them, so because of that, you really have to able to actually just keep an eye on them. Especially, you really can't afford to miss any of them whenever we get to like the later portion of the level, so potentially that's as far as we can go. So anyways, let's go ahead and grab that gun, even though despite the fact that, well, I grabbed that no problem, but for some reason, when the one on the mid-air doesn't seem to able to actually like obtaining it from me. So anyways though, there are some moments how the fact that much like in forms of some black creatures from the past, that all the past few levels, is that we need to able to take care of these Eggman's robots once in a while, including some of these new enemies they're actually going to be incorporated specifically in this level, and one of them from stage 6 coming up, where we have the forms of shadow androids, which these shadow androids can be annoying to deal with, because if you manage to able to actually use one of your guns, then I believe they'll sometimes reflect at you back. So that can be kind of annoying and irritating at the same time. But apart from that though, it might be pretty easy to deal with, but when you do with homing attacks onto them, you will not do that much effective on damaging them. So yeah, just keep that in mind. So anyways though, but again, there's not much else I can say about the forms of today's video, honestly. It's just about the fact that I cannot believe that we actually now on to stage 5s, which I will admit though right away is the fact that most of the missions can go a little bit more longer and plus a little bit tough at the same time, but even then I will mention more on that whenever we get to the later stage 5 levels. Some exceptions, but even then though, that from now on though, we'll just have to go for Iron Jungle and hope for the best. So yeah, as far as Iron Jungle is concerned, it is pretty alright actually, even though that the entire level itself can be pretty slow at times, especially because you have to do with a lot of platforming, especially because of how the fact that you have to do with the forms of like slowest moving platforms that you've ever going to be conceived of, and that light speed dash right there almost gonna screw me up. So I have the same issue there, but in forms of how it does in Sonic Heroes sometimes, that I rarely try to able to actually decide to able to go straight with the light speed dash in mind, but sometimes for me, that rarely do I able to actually get screwed over by this sometimes. So anyways, let's not use the chaos control ability just yet, because other than the fact that we can able to use the infinite amount of ammo, and plus, because of how the fact that we are doing the dark mission, then we're not allowed to use that, because, you know, we'll be skipping the entire portion of the entire level. So yeah, that's as far as I can usually try and think about for the time. So and also that if you remember from Digital Circuit, especially in Sonic Adventure 2, that most of the actual like gun saucer flying type enemies, sometimes they actually decide to summon those little electrical shockwave itself. So even though you really can't homing attack onto them, especially because that it will, you know, you'll get hit no matter what. Well, it doesn't really matter if you lose all of your rings, because again, Chaos Blast! Oh wait, it doesn't do anything. Anyways, Chaos Blast! And boom! There we go. So yeah, that's the dark mission, so all you have to do is see how to take down all 28 of those gun robots.
I have a use for the doctor. I won't let you humans interfere with my plans.
So yeah, the hero mission in this level can be very difficult.
Are you the original? If you are searching for Eggman, he's fleeing aboard his airship, the Egg Balloon. If you wish to confront him, then help me ground his vessel.
Alright, so the hero mission in Iron Jungle is basically, it's like the exact same mission for what you used to did back in Lethal Highway, that you have to take down that little special kind of tank, that how the fact that you can able to actually take that down straight away because of the forms of like somewhat of a straight line road and all that stuff. It's kind of like the same thing for here, but this time around though we need to take down the Egg Balloon. And basically the fact that the only thing it makes it a little bit tricky and difficult, and also tedious at the same time too, compared to Lethal Highway, is that, well, as you can tell, the actual main effective on this particular egg balloon is the bazooka guns, which it does do its own minor thing, but I kind of wish there was actually an auto lock-on feature, which instead it was actually manual lock-on feature, because either way, I just kind of wish if they can able to actually shoot that thing straight away. So that might be the only nitpicking about this particular weapon, I'm gonna admit it though right away. But apart from that though, once you're able to get your angle shots just right, then you should able to actually deal with this with all by itself. So but it can be very tedious at times, I'm gonna have to admit though right away, just because, well, you really can't afford to able to actually just miss that out. Especially if you let the egg balloon gun away, much like the tank from you know, the hero mission in Lethal Highway, that, well, your mission will be entirely failed instantly. So, and I really highly suggest you're able to keep on farming those bazooka guns, because if you do, then you would able to actually do the massive amount of damage on the egg balloon. So, yeah, I'm probably not gonna get onto that though, because I'm guessing, although, actually I might as well go there until any moment, temporarily. So anyways though, let's go ahead and just keep on shooting from here. So, but again, it can be very annoying and tedious at the same time, because even then, that, oh jeez, so many explosions on me. Oh jeez. So anyways though, as far as Iron Jungle's route you have to take through is the fact that in order to actually make it for this level, is that all you have to do is basically you can either do the normal mission in Sky Troops, or you can able to do the hero mission in the Doom level, or you can potentially try to deal with the Dark mission in Mad Matrix. So that's the only way you can able to actually get to this level. So, and then I'll mention more on the actual, like, I'll mention some more levels until later on, but that's just how we think we can go, so, but I digress. So, yeah, for the most part though, I think to me the hero mission in this level is a little bit tricky and difficult. I'm gonna tell you that right away, because rarely do I able to actually just trying to get most of the shots out of the way, and, you know, you probably get the idea for that specific from that matter. So anyways, let's go ahead and just keep on climbing upwards. And once in a while, we need to get more of those bazooka guns before we do anything. So yeah, there's not much else to really tell about this point. So let's not use the Chaos Control ability just yet though. And because of that though, you know, more ammo that we can able to actually just fire at. So, oh, by the way, with the forms of the grinding section, whenever you keep on holding yourself the forms of the actual gun or the bazooka guns, if you manage to press the B button or the X button if you have to play this on the original Xbox, or the square button on the PlayStation 2 version, if you manage to shoot the gun at the same time when you're able to try to grind on the rail, that way you can able to actually just make the actual grinding movement stop a little bit. So that make it a little bit of a help for it all in all, but sometimes though, is that this mission can be tedious at times. Well, at least it can be frustrating. So, anyways though, once you get to this point right there, and again, I suggest you're able to use the bazooka gun, because yeah, if you keep on shooting at the egg balloon, whenever it does like a true sound effect, this means you're able to represent the damage of the egg balloon. So, there we go. So that concludes the hero mission. So, but again, a little bit tricky, but once you get used to it, you'll be okay.
You can't escape me, Doctor. I will find the truth from you.
Alright, before we end this off, actually, we got ourselves, of course, the next boss fight. So, which one is it going to be?
Eggman detected. Approaching this direction.
Shadow and Omega? Why, you traitors! You two are going to stop me? Move aside!
Doctor, please, I need to know. Those androids, the ones that look like me, am I?
Yes.
What?
You and Omega are my creations. But you betray me as you stand here before me. So now, I will destroy you both, turning you into scrap metal!
Eggman, I will defeat you once and for all.
So yes, we're now going to be doing with the egg breaker for the third and possibly the final time, but to make things ridiculous than ever, is that this boss fight can go a hell of a lot faster due to that specific gun lifting thingy right there. So all you do is basically just shoot him and hope for the best, you're able to win no problem. So yeah, that's about it. So yeah, join me next time on Let's Play Shadow of the Hedgehog, is the fact that we're going to be moving on to the next stage 5s, which apparently we're going to be approaching onto Air Fleet, so things should be interesting.
An android? Me? I don't believe you.
So yeah, join me next time for that, so see you guys next time. Later fellas. I can't believe this boss fight goes down very quickly.